Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to TMNT Mutant Madness. In this video, we're going to do an account tour. I've been playing the game since early beta, so the last couple months we're just going to see where I am in the game and the different aspects of the game, and talk about some of my challenges and things that I've had with the game up to this point. So a lot to talk about, but first, before we jump into all of that, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So let's just go ahead, start with my roster. So I've got everybody in the game right now except for 6 characters. And so we'll just go to the top of my roster. I did finally get my second 4-star. So when you start the game, you're going to move pretty quick. And I think you can easily get to Adventure 15-1 pretty quick with your 2- and 3-star roster characters. You should probably have a 4-star by then. The second 4-star does take quite a while to get. But they have added some things in this game. They've bumped up the rewards of the events and PvP and things like that. And the next season that comes around, I think they've bumped up some rewards there to give us more access to 4-star hero bits so that we can get 4-star heroes a little bit quicker. It's still going to take some time, but it took me 2 months to get my second 4-star. And that's because I did end up spending some money. So far, just to kind of let everybody know, so I have spent, let's see, I spent 55 bucks plus, what, 20 bucks for the battle pass. So we're sitting at, what, 75 bucks so far on the game. I spent the 50 on Zorax right there. He is an amazing character. A great fighter. He can be a little bit squishy, but he does do some massive damage, so you want to make sure that you have a good team around him. Rocksteady, you know, there's varying degrees of reviews on him. Some people really don't like him, some people do. I think the thing with Rocksteady is when in auto battle, some of his moves are wasted because they're not targeted. You have to take it into manually target his moves so that you can be a little bit more efficient. As you're working through this game, you can auto battle. I would say you could safely auto battle 90 to 95% of the game, but there is going to be a certain percent, 5 to 10% of the game so far that I've kind of noticed that you got to take it out of auto battle and you have to manually battle so that you can strategically place your attacks so you can get through some of those tougher battles. And it's really in the boss battles, some of the boss battles, that I've really had to do that on. Genghis I just got because I was able to get my second 4-star leveled up to 200. It allowed me to finish a lot of quests that have kind of built up in the background. And that's a cool thing too. As you are upgrading your rooms and stuff like that, you don't have to wait for the quest to upgrade your workshop to level 40 or upgrade a character up to level 100. Just go ahead and play the game the way that you want to, because when those quests come available, they're already completed, so you can just go ahead and complete those and collect those rewards. By doing that, it gave me enough 4-star hero bits for a third pull. When I did, my 3-star Genghis turned into a 4-star Genghis. I will tell you, as far as Genghis goes, I was not a fan of Genghis at all. I think at 3-star and below, I don't really think that he's great in the game. He's very squishy. He does some okay damage, nothing really fantastic. Once I got him up to a 4-star and 200 and level 200, and you get some additional abilities to his skills, then he improved. He's still a little squishy for a tank, but he did improve. He does a little bit more damage, and I'm a little bit happier with him. So those 3 right there, those are my 4-stars. Everybody else is a 3-star with the exception of one who's a 2-star. We'll take a look at that. Some of my favorite characters, April, Baxter. I really like Bebop. Bebop does a decent amount of AoE damage. I like him better than Donnie. Donnie doesn't do as much damage as Bebop, and both of them do AoE, so I like him. I don't use Casey a whole lot. I have some characters in here that aren't maxed out. I keep that way because when you have those quests where you have to level your characters, if you've got everybody maxed out, you're not going to be able to complete those quests. I think that's something that they're working on, but you're not going to be able to complete those, and you're not going to be able to advance very far in the events. So you always want to keep a character at lower levels so that you can always level up and claim those quests. Granitor, now He's okay. I haven't really used him a whole lot. I mean, as you can see, without any gear on, he's at a 7.35 for his overall power, and his health is sitting at 22. Now, we can raise that up a little bit. I haven't been overly impressed with him, but I do need to work with him a little bit more. Leatherhead, I think, is great. Krang is okay. Krang for a tank, though, he's got super, super low health. So he is a blaster tank, so he does stand at a distance a little bit. Michelangelo is always good. So we got some good characters here. I really haven't played Razor much. Napoleon has some nice synergies with characters who stun and slow. Ray is a new character that I got that I really haven't done much with. Shredder was great really early on until I got into the 18s, and he's not really doing a whole lot for me right now. And then Slash and Irma, all good. Splinter, surprisingly enough, has a decent amount of health. Now, this is him at level 150 with no equipment attached at all. I've been very strategic with where I put my equipment. And then Taka and Zack. Zack does some okay damage too, but he's super low on health as well, so he tends to die quickly, especially in Adventure 18. Probably a little bit later. Maybe he gets better once you get him up to a 4-star. And then Skarg, I did use gems to get him out of the store. I didn't have enough gems to get him up to a 3-star. Even at 2-star, I think this guy is going to be fantastic once you get him up to a 3 and a 4 and eventually a 5-star. I like his kit, his stuns. As a support character, he seems very, very good. So I can't wait to be able to put him into my team. I've actually put him into my team for campaigns, and he has helped that. It's just he dies too quick, right? I mean, he's only sitting at 4,000 health right now. But he's got a pretty decent kit. So over the course of 2 months, being in beta and really playing this game every single day, I've been able to unlock everybody except for these 6. Now, I think most of these characters here you can go ahead and pull from the hero drives. So I think 1 or 2 you probably can't. I don't know. I got to take a look at that. I actually made a list. I have a whole list to go over that looks at max stats and things like that. So that'll be another video. I also have an update to my top 10 that's coming out for October. That should be out next week. So definitely keep an eye out for that. There is some changes. A lot of things have changed in this game. There's been some nice updates. And I just kind of sneak peek. Out of 10, 5 stayed and 5 have been replaced. So just a heads up there. So I think it's a pretty healthy roster. I've got everybody to a 3 or 4-star except for Skarg. Scrag or Skarg. What is his name? Skarg. Almost sounds like a pirate. But a pretty healthy roster, and it's allowed me to try a bunch of different things. And now that I'm unstuck from 18-1, I'm able to try the different combinations. I keep Genghis, Rocksteady, and Zorax in there, and then I swap out the other 2 just to try different combinations and synergies and things like that. So that's where I am with the heroes. As you can see, I'm at 1824. I'm going to go ahead and grab this really quick for my adventure mode. And I'm going to continue to work through there. I should be able to continue to advance from there. As far as events go, one thing I've tried to do is I don't use my resources or anything, upgrade rooms at this point, until an event comes around for it, and then I'll go ahead and use those resources to get a jump on the event. Same thing when you go into your inventory here. There's a lot of these things here that I'm storing because this will help me get a jump on any of the events and everything that I need to score points in for collecting scrap or collecting ooze, things like that. So we will continue to do that. We're not doing too bad as far as these events go. We're in first place here for this one. And like I was saying, if you take a look at the rewards, the milestones here for this hero economy, look at that. You get 100 tier 4 hero bits. And if I maintain rank 3, I get 300 there. So if you max out the milestones and you rank first place, then you're going to get 400 hero bits. You're almost halfway to your next 4-star, which is great. I think that was good. I think it was a right amount of a bump or buff in the rewards. I think if it was more, it probably would have been too much. So I think they did a great job with that. Season 1 economy event here. I think that the reward changes take effect when Season 2 economy event comes around. because I haven't seen a change in those. So that's where we are with that. Let's take a look at the layer. So the layer here, in my video when I was going over top 10 characters and my layer priority, I have changed that up just a little bit. If you haven't seen it yet, we'll go ahead and link it up over here. But I have changed it up just a little bit because as you get in the later game, if you take a look up at the top right of my screen, you can see I have 158 million scrap, which at this point is not a lot, I will tell you that. But I have 3 billion ooze. So I was talking about prioritizing your scrap and your ooze. You definitely want to prioritize scrap until you max that out, or once you hit that stopgap where you need to complete a certain adventure. At that point, then you want to jump on over to ooze. But definitely want to get your scrap collector maxed out as quickly as possible because that's going to help you with all the other rooms. Then you want your ooze refinery maxed out, and then your dojo. Check dojo out though. It gets expensive. Right now I'm at level 85. I have 5 additional levels for this before I have to complete a specific chapter. So I got to get to 20. I got to complete 20-30 in order to unlock this so I can max this out up to 100. I think it's 100. But right now, it's 124 million to get my dojo up to level 86. So I've stopped actually on 85 so I don't spin through my scraps so quick. And I've gone to some of these other rooms. Like some of the quests that I found, I need to get the workshop up to level 40. This is something that is for a later part of the game, a game mode or game mechanic or something like that. It doesn't do anything right now, but it does help you complete quests. And I have started to put a little bit more into my research labs. Right now I'm at 60 and 71 here. I'm putting a little bit more into the advanced than I am into the research lab, because you can see right now I'm gaining 67 2-star hero bits every hour. And down here I'm only getting 19.5. So I'm working on maxing this out. As you get your hero bits, as you summon 2-star heroes, you get 3-star hero bits. As you summon your 3-star heroes, you get 4-star hero bits. So I'm trying to maximize the amount of bits I get. It helps with the hero event that we're currently in. And it will help me get to my 4 stars a little bit quicker. So that's what I've done here. So scrap collector, ooze refinery, dojo, back and forth between research lab and advanced lab. I think it's just whatever your preference is. And then your workshop is going to be your last priority there. Unless you get a quest for it, and then go ahead and level that up so you can get the rewards for your quest. So that's where we are with the layer. So after 2 months, I think I've gotten to a pretty good spot with my layer. And so we'll just continue to pump scraps into the layer and wait for this next one here. So if you take a look down here, I'm really interested to see where we go with this layer, because it looks like there's a spot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 more rooms. So there's got to be a plan in place for 9 more rooms. So I'm looking forward to seeing what those rooms are. I did see, so for this one underneath advanced lab, just to the left of that ladder, someone posted in Discord a screenshot from, I think, an advertisement or something, but it said sewer surfers there. So I don't know what that is exactly, but looking forward to seeing what that's all about. And then, so if we go into, so here's my clan. Right now, we are full. We're doing really well. Everybody's doing a great job. I do make sure, those of you who do have, who are captains or senseis or whatever you want to call them for your masters, there we go, masters, right, of your clan, just make sure that you're constantly removing people if they're not active. Right now, I'm using these numbers here, 56, 72, 61. That's the level they are in the battle pass. So right now I've got, what, 1,112. That's the total sum of everybody in my clan, their level in the battle pass. That's how I determine if they're active or not. And if they're not progressing, then I remove them. There's no really real way to communicate with people to try and see if they're in the game or not, if they're still playing or whatever, but I do have a Discord there. Feel free to join Discord. Like I said earlier, we're talking about the game all the time, but we do have a private Discord for the clan as well. So doing pretty well, I think, with the clan. And then we have PvP. So in PvP right now, I was struggling for a little while because I was stuck at that 18-1. I didn't have my second 4-star, and you're going to run into that too. So as you're doing your PvP, it has gotten much better, and I'll go ahead and do some battles here while we're talking. But see, as you can see right now, I'm up against people who are 89,000. Before I got to my 66,000, I was up against people. Oh, I forgot to swap somebody out. I was up against people who were up to 95,000, almost 100,000 power level of their team. You got to see Zorax. Keep an eye out on Zorax when he does his move here. Look at that. Boom, he did 34k. He's done over 50k before, but he just melts health bars. Anyway, so as you're working through this, it's just like working through the campaign. As you win more, you're gonna fight stronger and stronger teams, and it's gonna be more and more difficult for PvP. So I was struggling for a little while until I got my second 4-star, and then obviously when I got my third 4-star, it got a little bit easier. Let me change this battle up a little bit because I don't have everybody in there. So let me see. I'm gonna pull out Raphael because I swapped Raphael for Genghis. They're both brawler tanks. And I think that's it. I do want to swap Taka out. Let's go ahead and just do a battle here. Taka out for Bebop just to see if that extra AoE damage, decent damage that he does, will help out, just clear the battlefield a little bit more. But that's where I am with PvP. I've been able to maintain a good position there. And when it comes to characters and things like that, that's going to help move you on forward. And I'm gonna preface this because I do have a new, like I said, I have an October top 10 list coming out. Should be out next week. However, one thing to remember with the top 10s is that I'm gonna skip that for now. One thing to remember with the top 10s is I don't think the top 10 lists are really going to be super effective until you get everybody on your roster at the same star level. So if everybody's at a 3-star on your roster and you're not fighting teams that are 40, 50, 60, 70k higher than what your team is, I think there's some value to the top 10 lists that we're putting out. Once you start having a huge variation of 4-stars and 3-stars, then it's going to muddy the water a little bit because your like for Genghis as an example, 3-star Genghis I didn't like. 4-star Genghis I like a little bit better, so he'll move up a little bit more on any tier list or anything that I put together in my mind or video or whatever, right? Other characters do really well low end, like April does really well low end. She's definitely one of my top 10 there. Zorax is definitely top 10. And Taka is kind of one of those ones that are gonna teeter on the edge a little bit. He does really well. He doesn't do a lot of damage, but his kit with disarm and all that, I think does very well. So it's just take the top 10s with a grain of salt. It's really based on my experiences or whoever puts them out, their experiences with those characters in the game. And it really does matter where in the adventure they are. Like currently I'm at 1824. I created that top 10 list when I was way before Adventure 18, and it was relevant at that time. It's not relevant really anymore. Like I said, 5 of the top 10 are getting replaced in the next video. So just some things to keep in mind there. All right, this has gone a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but that's the full review of my account and where I am. I am maxed out on my Battle Pass at 78. I should hit a full 100. Let me know what questions you have. If I have answers, if I can help in any way, shape, or form, I will. Definitely let me know in the comment section. Feel free to get a hold of me on Discord if you see me around. That is where I am. That is my full 2 months of experience with this game so far, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time with it. And I am looking forward to seeing what the developers have coming out for this game and where this game is going to go. All right, everybody, I have droned on long enough. That is everything I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.